Tio Achampong versus Miracles Aboagye. And there was Samson Ayene news file so Joynews na enya m0cked. Miracles Aboagye akotwantro ama ya exposing a big time. Was shown so ama people like Franklin Cudjoe num sereno. People like Franklin Cudjoe num grow no social media. Enya m0cked. Na dear na ba ye nyina ye nim say Ghana has a topic back who are beginning to and say we are discussing a dumsor issue. When me no dia dances in and say, can you do koso pa Ghana ni be di one dance here? Ama buying we are jatum say womu, they are working towards it to solve the situation. MP. Na Miracles Aboagye ekotena news file so with a brand friend Tio Achampong. Now on the show, Miracles Aboagye say light and started dum since February this year and a canyon started dum son started February this year in trouble what try no or chantron sama Samson Ayene e can say no say dum son started February other now all of a sudden Ghana for a phenomenon started complaining and all some silly example be. And so and also to us say abandon to me sorry in say transformers or Moses sakeke and a air course dumsor and nema power no challenges abeman for enya kania sawo kasa nyina na Tio Achampong jotting point owie and okofa old documents ni old statement or mu make ye abra na dumsor ekoso de kire ne say Miracles Aboagye when in some amukan Abraham war power. Ndian no can found. Na bema ferry was shown so. Me shada mamu just in a kakra. Mpeso 2 was and now share full video of what really happened on news file today between Miracles and Tio Achampong.
This year, at least if not for anything, since February till today, we have energy crisis. Since February to today, we have energy crisis. Let's discount both years. Let's give 5 months in 2025 and forget the August.
What is a crisis?
No, hold on. The crisis is like you wake up in the morning, your light goes out 3-4 times in a day. You don't know when it is coming up. You don't know when.
I haven't had that since February.
Oh, then lucky.
That's why I'm asking.
Then lucky you. Then lucky you. Because even the ECG MD himself has said that this thing that the minister is saying is over is going to continue for another 6 months or so. Listen, I have the info. It's not here. I'm not the one saying it. The ECG MD himself has said that what we are experiencing, we should keep in mind that is likely to run for another 6 months.
If it had been a crisis, do you think Ghanaians would have waited until 2 weeks ago or so to begin shouting all over the place about how they are losing things in their fridge?
Nobody waited until. You see, the thing is it's not about waiting until. It is about how much you're able to endure. So the endurance is what you should be talking about. Because if my light goes off for 1 week, I may not necessarily have a reason to complain.
No, as for dumsor, if it goes off consistently for a number of days, you don't even have to wait for a week.
So the noise is likely.
There will be a natural response, reaction.
The noise is even likely to heighten the more you go forward. The more you go forward, the noise is even likely to heighten. The point here is this, Samson. You and I know that the cost of being fixed yesterday, as it doesn't change anything from what we've been experiencing. That is the fact. 1,000 transformers that MPP government bought and you came to meet. That's what you are installing today. 3,000 of them. How in the name of God should 3,000 transformer installation cause the kind of crisis we've seen since February? In any case, transformers are connected to certain number of houses. Even in the same locality, there can be 4 or 5 transformers. In fact, you can have 2 houses facing each other on different transformers. So if you are installing 3,000 transformers, some said 3,000 transformers, there is no way that my home in Latte should suffer dumsor when there is no transformer change in sight. Because as I sit here, only God knows. I am probably the only person in this country that doesn't want to take that excuse of transformer change. Because Samson, transformer is only a step down. Transformers are localized. There are about 26,000 transformers in Ghana. You are installing, according to you, 3,000 transformers that MPP government bought and you came to meet. That's what you are installing today. 3,000 of them. How in the name of God should 3,000 transformer installation caused the kind of crisis we've seen since February. In any case, transformers are connected to certain number of houses. Even in the same locality, there can be 4 or 5 transformers. In fact, you can have 2 houses facing each other on different transformers. So if you are installing 3,000 transformers, some said 3,000 transformers, there is no way that my home in Latte should suffer dumsor when there is no transformer change in sight. I am getting light off at 1 a.m. and you are telling me you are changing a transformer. Transformers don't connect to each other. They speak to only the homes that they are supplying. And so that transformer conversation is the most dishonest, disrespectful excuse that any government can ever give to a people.
A few moments later.
So there are a number of issues Dennis has raised, and I want to, if I have time, kind of digest them and put things in the right context. I think let's start with the transformer issue, right? Because that's where he ended up on. You can go to Ghana Web. There's a news article. Title says that transformer overloads cost of localized power cuts, and this is from ECGMD Dubik Mahama at the time. I can also mention Daily Graphic article from March 29, 2021. Gridco in discussion with ECG over dumsor timetable from April to July. This is 2021. I can also go to 2021 again. This is from City Newsroom. The 2021 dumsor crisis, what we know so far. The point I'm basically trying to make is that these issues have been with us for a bit, right? And they need to be systematically addressed. So when, we try to make the point as though for the 7 years that they were in power, there was no single issue with, electricity outages, it is not true. And in fact, when you even go and you dig deeper into the root causes, when we had the dumsor challenges in 2013 to 2016, and we implemented the energy sector recovery program, the first one, as a result of which ESLA, cash waterfall, and all of that came in place. At some point, the monies were being collected, and it was not being distributed to the people that needed to be paid too. You can go and look at there's a report on the cash waterfall from 2023. Okay.
That's when we had over a dozen accounts, eh?
Yes, you had all of that. But if you go even into that cash waterfall report, and you could see, right, the money was being collected. The likes of Gridco should have gotten almost 8.52% of what was collected, right, given to them. So they were expecting at that time 15 million Ghana cedis. Not a single cedi was given to Gridco at the time, right? And you can go on and go on and go on to the point that we now even have had an energy sector recovery program, a version 2 of that, right? So what I'm basically trying to say, it's a bit disingenuous when, and I'm not the type to do all this politics thing.
You are a politician now. You're a politician now.
I'm not a politician.
So you're on the green side.
I'm not on the green side. But what I'm trying to say is, from a technical perspective, the issues in the sector, we've all been...
The minister is
right?
clear. We want power. Whether it's technical, whether... that's what the minister is the one in charge. You're not the one in charge.
In the sector, you say 2.1 billion. In 2024, when you were leaving, the debt overhang in the sector was almost 2.8.
So pay and give the people power.
So
this
pay
and give them power.
Cash waterfall, energy sector recovery.
Because you left 2.1,
all manner of things that we said
pay.
we would do. As we speak currently,
Pay
it has been up to less than $1.5 billion.
Give them power.
And there's a 4-year roadmap on the energy, on the electricity side to actually clear all the debt right within the sector. The IPP that has been renegotiated, there's been some savings on that. There's new power plants that are coming right on stream. It was announced in the budget, 1,200 megawatts. That power plant is going to be one of the cheapest power plants that we have in the country, less than 8 cents a kilowatt hour, so that you can actually get competitive power and push that to the people that need be.
So you see, say na ye fa so disgrace Miracles Aboagye was shown so. And some now all say not possible under their watch. Not do big Mahama and na your friend is saying ECG boss. The same thing no be kind. Or every before drew baby a do like for Mokachi as soon as Palmer store massy one cranting at dumsor equation. I said Dennis Miracles Aboagye can lie. Thank God Dr. Tiu Achampong is fact checking him. You see, these are not my words. This is me say 90% of the same mutina radio ni TV suka and draw. They always want to lie about everything. And sometimes, they think say everybody in Ghana is like some of their followers, they think they can just lie. People will not fact check them. And the laptops are mobile phones will social media is working. You cannot lie your way to power. MPP mo best communicator. Look at what happened to him on news file today. Huge disgrace. And in Guasianka, Ahiamba Bejino, Yasumana Manakwaje. We keep telling you people. Mon pese wo beti. And then here also news file soon. Miracles Aboagye has been exposed.